Welcome back to the laboratory. What time is it? 0700. We're in the middle of germinating some seeds here in the garden. And yesterday afternoon at 2:30, I can tell that because I wrote it down. We started to soak some seeds. We've got 6 seeds here. White Widow. Now, if you can see, they sunk to the bottom. See that? All but one, in fact. No big deal. They don't have to sink, but it's a good sign that they've taken up some water. Now, next. So that's 15 to 18 hours is what I do around here. It works every single time. We're going to take a roll of tape here, and we are going to write down our date, all 6 digits, including the year. And then time it, 0700. And what is this? This is White Widow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this marker, right, Sharpie, and then some cheap tape here that I got on sale. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the lid of a little container that my mother brought me some leftovers in. See what I'm doing there? Recycle, reuse, da-da-da. Alright. So, what we do here, I don't want to make too long of a video about this, but we take ourselves, 1 sheet's enough here. Well, make it, 1 sheet's enough. We're going to fold, come here now. You see, I should have known, I really should have known. This camera, oh my, configure, camera, focus. I had the autofocus on. That's, anyway, here we go. Paper towel, we're going to fold it one time in half. Then we're going to fold it a second time on itself. Right? We're going to lay that in there. We're going to put the seeds on there, wet it, and we're going to fold this over on it. Alright? So we got a couple of layers here. You see what I'm saying? We're going to fold it once. Then you're going to fold it again. Then we're just going to lay it in the bottom of here. Now that we got that done, we're going to take our seeds, and we're just going to try and, I should have had something. Normally I have tweezers here, but fingers, God gave them to you. That's 3 on there. Let's see here. If I was fancy, I'd have some kind of a camera I could show you, but whatever. I'll just keep talking here. How about that? There's 4, 5, alright, 6. Now the nice thing is we got, right in our hand here, we got a nice container of water already. So we're just gonna, we got them on the paper towel. Hold on 1 second here, because when I flipped that up, one of the seeds kind of worked its way out. Alright, I'm just moving in the middle of the paper towel. I'm just gonna take this water that we were soaking them in. I'm going to wet the paper towel out. It doesn't have to be fancy, of course. I'm trying to do this here, and so now I washed them all off of the paper towel, of course. Okay, so here we go. I got them back on there. So you get them on the paper towel, and then we're going to fold the paper towel over onto itself. Like so. Alright, so they're inside there. Then we're going to take the excess water and just run it off. Right? It's still wet, but it's not sitting in a puddle of water. It's in a nice moist paper towel. Okay. We put the lid on lightly, no big deal. Then we're going to take this, we're going to put it in a box that my mother brought me a birthday gift in yesterday, like this. Stick a lid on it. I'm just going to let it sit there. Now, that's all there is to it. We just wait. Now, we wait. We wait, we wait, we wait. I'll say, it'll be one day probably, but a couple or 3 days. They'll be looking good. We're going to leave them in there until they got a top root coming out of those seeds, yay long, 3/4 of an inch or so. Then we're going to put them in some soil. All right. White Widow, the good stuff. I think that's all you need to know. There's nothing to it. Soak them in the water till they sink. 24 hours. 15 to 18 is the real number. And then, wet paper towel. Run the moisture off of it, or the excess water. Dark. Room temperature. It doesn't hurt to take the lid off every once in a while. Let some fresh air in there either. All right. Keep them from drying out, though. Don't let them dry out. If you have to, add some water and drain it off again. All right. Keep an eye on those suckers. We'll be back. All right. Until then.